We always knew that America could be taken over, but we did not know why, when, or where.
If I don't take this, will I not be penalized for not having a driver's license, by not being able to cash a check, by being given tickets that if I don't pay those tickets, I'll be taken to jail. I can't travel out of state. I can't get on board an airplane. And the media is talking about thumb scanning to travel. You're working with the foreign banks and the military-industrial complex. This is all their idea. Read the Military War College from 1968. They planned this. Just because you lay around doesn't mean it's not true. This is not a publicity stunt. I was a lot happier years ago before I got into all this garbage. I'm sick of sheep laying down. I wish you'd get up and do something. Makes me want to vomit. Our forefathers went to World War II and World War I and fought in the Civil War to end slavery, and it means nothing to y'all. We're a bunch of yellow-bellied weaklings. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people laying down like a bunch of jellyfish and rationalizing what's going on. People ought to be ashamed of themselves.
How could we let this happen? How can we just give up our country to these so-called secret lunatics that want to overthrow our country and our government? Well, I'll show you. I'll show you how these people could have taken over our country in darkness and then bring the New World Order out in broad daylight.
I appeared before the Congressional Committee, the highest representation of the American people, under subpoena to tell what I knew of activities which I believe might lead to an attempt to set up a fascist dictatorship. The upshot of the whole thing was that I was supposed to lead an organization of 500,000 men, which would be able to take over the functions of government.
Now the next step in my documentary is going to unleash the blueprint and steps to the takeover of the United States or any other democratic country. There are 5 steps to achieving this concept. 1 is political. The 2nd is resources. The 3rd is military. The 4th is funding terrorism and other treasonous operations. And 5, getting the approval from the people. Now for the first one, political, takeovers of federal, state, and local governments. And that means A, taking over the Senate, B, taking over the congressmen, C, taking over the state and local governments, and D, taking over the President and Vice President of the United States. Now the second one, resources, is taking control of resources and retail shops. So A is taking over valuable resources such as oil, gold, silver, and natural gas. B, taking over needs of the people such as food, toilet paper, soap, and other products that are needed by Americans to live healthy and survive. C, take control of electric grids, the internet, and other systems heavily relied on and used by the people or many people. D, taking over facilities that manufacture goods, resources, and services such as mines and resource factories. The third one in this list is military, taking control of the very people armed with guns and weapons. A. After getting dirty political people under secret group control under power, start ordering our military to start obeying the president and no longer the Constitution, and start applying rules that soldiers may not protest, boycott, or go against their government, or be charged with insubordination, even if it's against the laws of the land. B. Start getting our soldiers used to and get them to want to actively engage in torture, secret redemptions, unlawful abuse, and sex humiliation. Then our soldiers would love torture as if it was porn. C. Start arming with more powerful weapons, including crowd control weapons, such as sound cannons, pain rays, to make people experience excruciating pain for not following the soldier order of the public. And D. After the corruption by the military-industrial complex, start supporting unlawful and unreasonable wars, possibly staging terrorist attacks, or using non-government funded terrorist attacks as an excuse to go to war and spread government propaganda upon the people. E. Start up a disaster so big you could start up martial law and get the military to start rounding up people that are anti-government, pro-constitution, anti-New World Order, anti-Bilderbergs, and others who are a threat to both the establishment and the military-industrial complex. 4. Funding terrorism and other treasonous operations. A. Building many public programs people are sure to approve of, but have secret money sending operations to terrorist operations, such as false flag terrorist attacks, supporting terrorists and their attackers, and even provide money to the so-called powerful secret groups that are not just drunk on money, but drunk on power as well. B. Debunk anybody who talks against these organizations, or call them words to get people angry at the people who are against these organizations, because they know the truth, that these organizations are a front for a more evil and very secretive operations. C. Start a massive cult and brainwash people onto your side. And for those who don't support you, use the other operations and causes to get mostly the majority of the people on your side through different cults, religions, and even organizations under your control. D. Start police, governmental, racist, hate, and terrorist provocateurs to get people angry, while they will start demonizing protesting, anti-government groups, people against the president, and start up mad operations to deceive people and get them to be unreasonably angry so nobody stands in the ways of your cults, organizations, and causes under your direct control. E. After gaining a lot of funding out of the cults and powerful organizations,